Starting the recording now. Started.
Okay. Well, hi everyone. Thank you all so much for being here today. I know it's a Saturday and everybody is so busy with household chores and kids' activities, etc., and wonderful weather outside. So my name is Susmita Lahiri, and on behalf of FBT for a Better Tomorrow, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our volunteer open house for STEAM Olympics 2026. So here is briefly a little bit about our agenda today. I'll provide you with an open house overview. Hari will walk us through the FBT mission and grant program. We will share some highlights about STEAM Olympics and some key numbers from past events. And then we will talk about the volunteer roles and responsibilities. And finally, we will be closing with a Q&A session. So let's get started. But before we get started, I want to put an emphasis that we were able to go ahead with the STEAM Olympics for 2 consecutive years, thanks to our volunteers' incredible hard work, and we were able to offer this program very smoothly for 2 consecutive years. And definitely, we are looking forward to this event in 2026. Well, to say the least, it definitely took a village to make this event a success, and we are so excited to expand our team today. So let's get started here. Just to provide you an overview of our open house, we will provide high level information about the Organization for a Better Tomorrow, which is a nonprofit organization. Then we will provide additional information about STEAM Olympics event, which is basically for the youth and the children of McLean County and surrounding areas. And we will also provide you an overview of the opportunity for like potential volunteers. You can gain information about what our organization is about, what STEAM Olympics is about, and what are the roles and responsibilities, and what kind of time commitments we require of you. So let's get started. Let me hand it over to Hari, who will tell us a little bit about the FBT mission and STEAM Olympics vision.
Thanks, Sushmita. Good morning, all. Happy Saturday, and I hope everyone is having a nice weekend. So we'll start by discussing For a Better Tomorrow. So For a Better Tomorrow is a non-profit organization rooted in Bloomington Normal. It was founded more than a decade ago and by volunteers, and it has been run fully by volunteers. I heard about For a Better Tomorrow about 10 years back at Kite Fest. I believe everyone of us here in Bloomington Normal are familiar with Kite Fest. So that's how I first heard about it, and I became a member volunteer 5 years ago, and I was able to continue helping and become a board member as well. So FBT is an organization founded in Bloomington Normal, but it has grown and it helps many projects throughout the world. So For a Better Tomorrow promotes social justice by meeting the needs in the local community and the world through accountable, sustainable philanthropy and by nurturing future generations of servant leaders. So one of the key features of For a Better Tomorrow is not just raising funds and helping different projects, but also to nurture future generation by ensuring that they are trained, treated, and guided well so that we all can have a better tomorrow. So that is a goal for a Better Tomorrow. Sam, you can proceed to the next slide. Yes. So now that we discussed about For a Better Tomorrow, it is a non-profit organization found and run from Bloomington Normal. It has different wings. It has different organizations or different events that run throughout the year. So as we can see, the main purpose of For a Better Tomorrow is to raise funds, and Kite Fest is one of the events where we raise funds. And donors who are with us for the last 10 or more years also help us in raising the funds. We grow and celebrate future leaders by programs such as YGC, Youth Global Citizenship, and YICU as the next generation. So that is YGC and YICU. Those are the two events helping to identify, help, and grow future leaders. So those are the two events, YGC and YICU. This happens every year. We have YICU and YGC happening for this year as well. By these events, we help and support local and global causes. To be short, that is for a better tomorrow. Raise funds, grow, celebrate future leaders, support local and global causes. Sam, we can go to the next slide. So as we discussed about raising funds, STEM Olympics is one of the event which we found 3 years ago to raise funds for good cause. So KiteFest, as I mentioned before, is being run for more than 10 years, more than a decade. And every year, the popularity and the reach of KiteFest have increased. Similarly, the other events that we have, YGC, YICU, are also getting closer to the 10-year mark, all because of volunteers like you who are going to join us for STEAM Olympics. So similar to the other events, STEAM Olympics is an event which helps kids prepare for their future studies. So the main purpose of STEAM Olympics is to engage in on-hand experience, learning, and friendly competition across various STEAM disciplines. So as Sushmita mentioned earlier, we started 2 years ago. 2024 was our first STEAM Olympics. Then we continued with 2025 STEAM Olympics, which was a great success as well. The variety of events that were offered during STEAM Olympics was outstanding. As a parent and as a kid, both of my children attended STEAM Olympics last year, and they both had so much fun. They both learned so much. So I feel STEAM Olympics vision is on the right track. So the purpose of STEAM Olympics is to foster creativity, curiosity, and innovation in youth. So we have different activities for youth to perform in the STEAM Olympics, and that we can visibly see by the enthusiasm that these kids have shown during the event. So STEAM Olympics as an idea. So thanks to Sam, who is here. He was our first STEAM Olympics person who had the idea. So it started about 3 years ago, and it was a joint effort between FPT and Illinois Wesleyan University. And the purpose is straightforward: to raise funds and advance FBT's mission globally and locally. So that is the purpose of STEAM Olympics. And with that, we also helped Illinois Wesleyan University as well. So to support Illinois Wesleyan University in building opportunities for students who need them the most. So this is the purpose of STEAM Olympics. And one of the goals or memorandum that we wrote with STEAM Olympics is half of the proceeds of this fundraiser event will go towards scholarship for students in need for financial assistance. So this is one of the goals that I felt we are doing something good, and we can literally see who the funds are going to as well. So STEAM Olympics goals aligned with many volunteers goals last year. Sam, you can proceed to next slide. Yeah. So as I said, STEAM Olympics in 2024 started with 7 events. It grew last year because of the fame and because of the reach it had with kids. So last year we had more than 10 events where kids were able to register. We had free lab tours from Wesleyan University and Illinois State University. They both were offered during STEAM Olympics. Then we had various tests. We have maths test, science test, spelling bee, essay writing, speech and debate. As you can see on the screen, these tests were events that are preparing the kids for learning new STEAM related activities. The main purpose that of including these events is this provides an opportunity for the kids who usually, if you are in a bigger cities, you have exposure to these activities, but we in Bloomington Normal did not have these opportunities available for our kids. So these events were very helpful for our kids. So we spoke about all the individual tests. Then we have STEAM Quest, which is a group event where kids go through different stations performing fun activities, which was very well received. I believe we had more than 130 kids participate in STEAM Quest last year. And thanks to all the volunteer coaches who came for STEAM Quest. Then we had Science Fair. Again, more than 100 kids participated in Science Fair, where kids will have an opportunity to practice their innovation skills and present it to a bigger audience. So that was Science Fair. Then we had Designathon, which was a virtual event, which was conducted across different locations last year. So that had a huge reach as well. Then we had art workshop and a 3D printing workshop which were well received among the kids last year. So these were different Steam Olympic related activities that we were able to provide to the kids last year. And yeah, we had good number of turnout, which we will see on the next screen. So we had about 250 students participate in Steam Olympics. First year it was around 130, and we almost doubled the total number of students who were interested in the event last year. All this thanks to the volunteers who helped us last year. We had around 85 plus volunteers who helped us in conducting the event. So they spent hours planning for the event, and they helped run the event. And it was a very successful event last year. We did have 15 sponsors who sponsored us, who aligned with our goals, and they helped run the event successfully. On total, we had around 574 activity registrations, individual registration that kids registered, and we raised over $15,000 last year. So this amount was a goal that was set. The first year we raised 10,000, and last year we raised 15,000. And of those 15,000 raised, as we discussed in the previous slide, 50% of the funds raised were donated to Wesleyan University. So 7,500 was provided as a scholarship to Wesleyan University last year. And last year we did have kids from 23 schools attend the event. So we also had a school level participation award as well that happened last year. So overall, first year it had a good reach. Second year the reach increased, and this year we are looking forward to your help. We can proceed to the next slide, Sam. These are different volunteers who helped us sponsors who supported us last year. So if you know any of them, thank you so much, and shout out to all the sponsors who believed in us and who helped have a successful event last year. Sam, we can continue to the next slide. Yes, I'll hand over to Akila to continue what roles and responsibilities we'll have for this year.
Yep. Thank you, Hari. That was really a good information. So I just can't, reiterate enough the success and the way it resonated. The Steam Olympics resonated with all the families. We had really good feedback after the event as well on how much kids enjoyed. To Hari's point, it's not just competition. There's a lot of learning as well. Some of the activities had people come in, the judges come in and talk through, and the reason why we are having this. They explained what happens, the different questions that were provided. They explained the answers to that. And even in competition like a speech and debate, there was the instructor who came and gave them tips on how to talk, how the body language and things like that. So that was very informative, I thought. So it's both combining the competitive spirit, developing the competitive spirit, plus also learning. So thank you, Hari. I just quickly wanted to touch through some of the roles and responsibilities. We can't stress enough the importance of having volunteers to lead such events. As Sushmita and Hari both mentioned, this is a completely volunteer run organization and event as well. So there is definitely a need for people or for volunteers to help us to make it more successful each time as we grow. So there are different roles that we have available. So we saw the 10 or 15 different activities that we had. So each of those activities will have activity leads. We typically have two people leading each activity. And that's because if someone's not available, there's always a backup. So there's two activity leads, and essentially their main role is to make sure all the tasks for that activity are worked through. You are able to identify what are the different things you need to do to get that activity executed on the event day, whether if you have any volunteer requirements, who will actually help you on the event day, working through that volunteer coordination, material preparation. For all these tests, we need questions prepared, printouts, all the different logistics. So just working with the activity designers, judges to get that question paper set up. And then FBT helps with all the printing. So we are getting all of that coordinated. And then proctoring on the main event day. the activity leads will help the judges in proctoring the event, and then hand over the answer sheets and things like that to the judges, and then they will do the evaluation and provide the results. So those pretty much are the activity leads. We do have weekly or bi-weekly meetings to start off with, and then as we get closer to the event, the last few weeks we try and meet on a weekly basis just to make sure everything's looking good for each of the activities and it's on track, right? So from a time commitment standpoint, we're looking at 4 to 5 hours per month. In the initial months, we for the next event we have for Steam Olympics is in February, so we will start all of our discussions around October November time frame. So till January we would look at about 4 to 5 hours per month, and then as the weeks closer to the event, there might be a certain increase. If there are new activities, we might need some additional efforts there. So those are the high level responsibilities for the activity leads. We'll also looking for marketing leads. So basically this is very important. A event of this kind will need good marketing, so we can pull people in not only from McLean County but other areas, surrounding areas, Decatur, Champaign, Peoria, etc. So just making sure that we have the right strategy in place. They'll work with the content creation. We have different social media channels, just making sure the content is appropriate for each channel, branding. And then we also talk with the media. So we coordinate with radio, with print media. So just making sure the content reaches out to them, and then is communicated broadly, right? So essentially, those are the things that we look out for if a person is interested in being a marketing lead. So time commitment wise, again, typically all of these activities are 4 to 5 hours per month. Again, as we get closer to the event, there might be an increase in what we see. Then there's also a role for technology lead. Again, as you can see, an event of this size where there's a lot of registrations coming in, you need to make sure your technology is really good. So we have the lead helping out with the online registration support, getting the form created, sending it out to folks. As we have different timelines, there'll be a need to update these forms. So we're looking for someone who's good with Google, who's good with some Microsoft Forms and things like that. And then data integration. We have online payment platforms like PayPal and other payment platforms that we will integrate with this form. So just making sure that's in place. Reporting, again, as we get closer, working with the activity lead to provide them with the report of how many people have registered, how many kids have registered for these activities, and just general support from a technical standpoint as needed. Again, initially, there'll not be a whole lot. It'll just be a couple of hours per month. But as we get closer, the last couple of months, we expect it to be higher because there'll be a lot of registrations pouring in at that point. So we'll need that technical support closer to that event there. And then now sponsorship lead, again, this is one of the most one of the important roles. As you can see, this is all sponsor. I mean, the whole thing is to raise funds to be able to provide it as grants to nonprofits, right? So it's important for us to get the sponsors and increase our sponsor base. So the sponsorship lead would help with laying out the strategy of what differently we can do each time to get the sponsors, have reach them reach out to the sponsors, get that relation built out with the sponsors, and just essentially the whole thing, making sure at the end of the event we recognize those sponsors in different ways. So that's one of the important roles, and we are expecting, because this is going to be a lot of communication, this will be on a little bit a higher side, 4 to 6 hours per month. And then as we get closer, about 6 to 8 hours, just to maintain that communication and the follow up with the sponsors. And then registration lead, this is basically the person who will work to get the registration process. This will mostly happen on the event day, when the participants come in, doing the check-in, making sure we talk to the folks or parents if someone's is missing and they're not available, just getting that coordination done. Data management, providing the information of who all have checked into the activity leads so they can use that for their tests and things like that. So minimal time commitment for the registration lead. It'll be about 3 to 4 hours per month through the event day. And then we have the awards lead. Again, since we have competitions going on, we'll have kids, we'll have awards being given out. So this lead will basically make sure they have the certificates prepared and designed and prepared. We have templates that we will put in place. So just making sure all of that is taken care of. Then we'll also have medals and trophies given out to the kids and the schools with the highest participation. So just making sure we procure those medals and trophies and prepare them for just make them ready for the event day. So all of that, and on the event day, work with the activity leads, with the judges, get all the results, and then update those certificates to be given handed out to the kids. So again, the estimated time commitment is about 3 to 4 hours per month. And finally, we have a refreshments coordinator. So this is basically, on the event day, it's typically a 2 day event, because we have so many activities. We span it over a couple of days, over a weekend. So we want to make sure the kids and the parents are all well nourished, and they have the sustenance needed for them to get through the day. So we plan to have work with a vendor to provide some kind of food there, food and snacks. So menu planning, vendor management, getting it all set up, waste management, all of these will be basically what we'll be looking at for a person who is interested in being a refreshments coordinator. Time commitment, again, 1 to 2 hours per month. So that's what we'll be looking at. Yep. So those are the different opportunities we'll have available. So any of you that are interested, please reach out. There's information that we'll have in the last slide of where you can reach out if you are interested in any of the roles. Again, we don't want it to be very effort intensive. That's why we have multiple people for each role. So if you're interested, please do reach out. We can take all the help we can get to pull off an event of this size. Okay. This is just a look at our FPT team. So we do have a board on the FPT. This is the list of all the board members we have. Typically, how it works is we'll have the board members lead activities or events for the whole year. So this is our list of board members. And then we do also have an advisory council across all different areas and expertise in the town, out of town. We meet with them quarterly, close to quarterly, and then just get the valuable information or feedback from them on for the running of the organization. So just wanted to call that out. Okay, Sushmita, do you want to cover the
Yeah,
last couple of slides?
sure. I mean, before even covering the slides, let me give everyone a perspective of a former volunteer. So, I was an activity lead for the STEAM Olympics for the last couple of years. And I just wanted to share that, yep, there is a lot of things that kids can do through the STEAM Olympics event. They have a ton of fun. But let's not forget that as volunteer, we also have lots of fun. Like it's such a break from our daily routine life. And it's such a great thing to see the smiles on our kids' faces when they are into these activities. They enjoy thoroughly, and it gives so much satisfaction to the volunteers to be just part of that part of their life. So again, I'm calling upon all the volunteers here. No contribution is small. So even if you are able to be there with us for a few hours and volunteer in any role, you are welcome to participate. So just to give you an overview of for a better tomorrow, what are the things Hari already mentioned about this. Just wanted to give you another idea. So we have the Youth Global Citizen Program, which is the YGC program. And this is basically a summer youth leadership program for the high schoolers. We have YICU Service Awards, which actually recognizes the youth leadership and service in McLean County. We do have semi-annual grant making, and this is basically the whole idea is to collect or gather funds for global and local philanthropic causes twice a year. We do have the monthly volunteer opportunities to service local nonprofits, and this is through our YVC, which is the Youth Volunteer Corps. Of course, as Hari mentioned, we have the Kite Fest, which is 10 years and running. And of course, there is our STEAM Olympics falling through. So again, all are welcome. Any participation in form of volunteering is welcome. If you have any additional questions, you can visit our website, get in touch with any of us. And we are on Facebook, we are on Insta. Please reach out to us if you are interested. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Are there any questions from anyone? Any other information you'd like to know at this time?
I see someone joined by phone, Kila. May I know who is that?
Yes, sorry. I was trying to join by Zoom, but I think I was having trouble in the waiting room. This is Adriana. I'm sorry.
Hey, Adriana. How are you? Thanks for joining.
Oh, good. Good. So I'll probably join again on the next open house so that I can see the slides, because I was able to listen, but I couldn't see the slides yet.
Love to see you back. Yeah, if you want to hear back again or need more information, there's a second session scheduled on October 2nd. Correct me, Akila?
Yes, it is on October 2nd, Sam.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Perfect.
And I think we can also share the slide deck with the participants who have registered for this session. So that shouldn't be a problem. And of course, you all probably know some of us, so feel free to reach out to any one of us.
Yep. And this session has been recorded as well, and I will be sharing shortly in our Facebook page. Thank you. Thank you, Adriana.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kumari. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Have
Thanks.
a good weekend. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Akila, Shushmita, and Hari.
Thank you. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
team.
Bye.
Thank you.